you are taking care of yourselves. In today's English class, we will be doing tenses. This is a very simple topic, and if you understand it properly, you will never fail. So, I'll explain it to you step by step so that it becomes easy for you. Before we move on, you should know that tenses are in three categories: present, past, and future. Tenses is basically that form of work which tells us when the action is being done, whether the work has already been being done in the time which has gone, whether the action is being done right now, or whether it will be done in the coming time. So, the tense of the verb shows the time of an action or event. Now, verbs are doing words or action words. You must have already studied in your previous classes, in your primary classes. So now, what are these action words? Action words means the word which tells us what type of action is being done, like eat, drink, sleep, play, jump, etc. These are all your action words, and these are known as action verbs. Now, since you know about verbs, let me tell you about forms of verbs. Basically, verbs are in three forms: present, past, and past participle. Now, if I talk about the first form of the verb in present, that is eat, then comes the second form of the verb, that is ate, and then the past participle, the third form of the verb, that is eaten. Same with the other action words. So there are many action words like come, came, come, go, went, gone. And students, remember this, that there are some action words which remain the same in all three forms, like cut, 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 hit, 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 put, put, put. So there are many verbs. I can't tell you right now all the verbs, but when you go through the grammar books, you will find many forms of verb. Okay, students, now that you have learned the forms of verbs, we will switch on to tenses. As I told you earlier in the beginning, that tenses are that form of words which indicates when the work is done. That is, whether the work is done in the past, or it is being done right now, or it will be done in the future. So now, if I talk about tenses, tenses are of three types. Now, as I said, past tense means the time which is gone. Present means the time which is going on right now. And future means the time which will come. Now, each is divided into four. Now, if I talk about past tense, the first one is simple past, the second one is past continuous, then comes the past perfect and past perfect continuous. Same way is the present tense. The first one is simple past, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Now, the future tense is also the same. First is the simple future, then comes future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. You can see this clearly on the board. So, this is the way you divide the 3 into 4 division. Okay, now with this, you have understood that tenses are in 3 parts: past, present, and future, and each are divided into 4. That is, your past tense in 4, present tense also in 4, and future also in 4. Now we will do each and every one individually: the past, the present, and the future. Now let us talk about present tense. The formulas are given clearly on the board. You can see it. So simple present tense. First is your subject. Subject means the person doing the work. It can be I, you, we, Rahul, Seema, etc. Then plus verb and s or es. Sometimes s or es is added to the verb. That is, write becomes writes, eat, eats, plus object. Your object can be eats an ice cream, writes a letter. Now, if I talk about simple tense, it is Seema writes a letter. I write a letter. That is your simple present tense. Now, let us see the second one, that is simple present continuous tense. First is your subject, that is the doer. I, we, you, Rahul, Seema, etc. Plus your helping verb, that is MR. Okay? Then plus your verb in ing form plus your object. So object means a letter, ice cream. That is your object. Now, if I say subject, she, helping verb is, then verb in ing form, writing a letter. Letter becomes your object. Rahul is eating an ice cream. Now, let us see your present perfect tense. The formula is subject plus helping verb plus has or have. Has will be used for singular and have will be used for plural. Then your verb in the third form and you have the object. Now, this is as earlier I told you, she has written a letter. Now let's see the perfect continuous. First is your subject, second is your helping verb, has or have, plus been, has been, have been, plus first form of the verb with ing and your object. She has been writing a letter. Amit has been writing a letter. Rima has been eating an ice cream. So, with this, we have done the present tense. Now, let us see the next one. Now, if we talk about past tense, simple past. Now, simple past again. The same way. First, you have subject plus second form of the verb plus object. That is, she wrote a letter. Wrote becomes verb in second form. Now, let us see the continuous. The formula is subject plus helping verb was or were. Was is used for singular and were for plural. Then your verb in the first form plus ing plus comes the object, that is she was writing a letter. Now the third one, that is perfect. The formula is subject plus helping verb had plus third form of the verb plus object. Now that becomes she had written a letter. Now the fourth one, present perfect continuous. The formula is subject plus helping verb had been plus first form of the verb with ing plus object. She had been writing a letter. Now, with this, we have done the past tense. Okay, now the third one, that is the future tense. Simple future, the first one. So the formula is there on your board. The first is your subject plus helping verb will or shall plus first form of the verb plus object. Example, she will write a letter. Now, mostly if I talk about it shall is generally used with the first person, that is I, we. Always remember. Now, let's see the second one, that is the continuous. The formula is subject plus helping verb plus they shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. So it becomes she will be writing a letter. The next is your future perfect, that is subject plus helping verb plus will or shall plus have plus third form of the verb plus object, that is she will have written a letter. Written is the verb in third person. Now the next we have is perfect continuous. The formula is subject plus helping verb will or shall plus have plus been plus first form of the verb plus object, that is she will have been writing a letter for an hour. With this we have done all the tenses, past, present and future, and all the four parts of it also. Now the question arises about uses. When do we use which type of tenses? Now the uses and the chart is given clearly in your text, so you can go through it.